Greetings everyone and welcome to a special little thing that we're going to be doing for, I don't know how many weeks it's going to be, but we'll see how long this goes. It's
I
actually
forgot this was recorded.
I think so did Rebecca, otherwise I think she would have jumped in. Oh, that's weird. So we're going to be running a game of the Dark Tides of Runeterra, which is a little D&D thing that they did in conjunction with Riot Games for League of Legends.
I have no idea anything about League of Legends.
That's the.
So
Don't worry, you're not alone there. I know that Dion doesn't know that much either, and I'm not entirely sure how much up to lore-wise Rebecca is with it either. I know Rebecca plays the game, but I don't know how much you know lore-wise outside of Star Guardians. Speaking of which, how much fun would it be if there was a Star Guardians one of these?
I'm down. I mean, if there was a Star Guardian one, you know who I would be. You know who I would try to replicate.
Star Guardian
Can't
jumps
stop
V2.
me.
The same character that Leigh plays in my Starfinder.
Oh yeah, I do. I play Odyssey Jinx in Starfinder.
Nice.
I will be right back.
That's okay. So, if you've watched any of the Devil Darlings things, which won't surprise me given it's going to be on the same channel, you pretty much know everyone that's going to be in this game. You got your Rebeccas, you got your Infernos, you got your Santas, your Rannas, your Dions. No one else. So that, you know, a bit of a smaller crew. And just to fill some things in here, this is taking place. This is taking place in the region known as Bilgewater. Basically the small pirate capital.
One sec.
Okay. It's a small little pirate area where people shout up if you're ready for your tea now or if it should be put to one side.
Sorry.
It's fine, don't worry, I just need to make the joke. Plus, you know, it gives me a chance to quickly click through to the actual correct chapter so I can get some quick background of Bilgewater for y'all.
I do have to go get it though, so I'll be back in a minute.
That's fine. I said it lets me have a quick time to try and click to the thing for Bilgewater. Because I know what Bilgewater's like and such, but it always helps to have some reference. Also, I probably could pause this here, but
Always.
setting 5 and all the good shit. Also, the problem there is I could start going on about, oh yeah, the history of Bilgewater and that lot for everyone, but it'd probably be better if I wait until Dion's here for it, so that I don't have to repeat it.
Right.
But those of you that, I'll just give a quick finger. Those of you that have seen this on D&D Beyond, it's just a free little module. Apparently it's going away in August, so I'll have to copy and paste all this in case this goes beyond August. But it does end after like a couple of little chats and that lot. There's a lot of random shit that can happen as well. But if everyone here is up for it after the module is finished, I can run it and make it go beyond Bilgewater. See places like, I don't know, seems to be a lot of people with background ties to Piltover and Zone. Could go there.
Sounds like fun.
I could make you all go to fucking Noxus.
Leigh just realised.
Yes.
I have caused the minor thing of, oh wait, I have a familiar.
Again.
Yes.
Here we go again. What familiar is it?
I said to go with a pseudo dragon.
Okay, so I'm just going to be using Sir's icon for that for now.
Okay. I was about to send you one, but okay.
That works too if you want to send me one.
Let me just quickly pull it up.
They're secretly from Bilgewater this entire time.
Sir travels beyond dimensions and realities. Also, something I should just throw out there as well, for those watching on YouTube. Almost any art I'm going to be having in here, not my art. Most of it's going to be like the official Riot art and such, so credit to their artists. Unless it's something drawn by any of the other players,
Oh no.
including and up to a lot of them done by Ranna, because Ranna does a lot of art for both this and Devil Darlings. So, let's just give a quick for Ranna.
Hang on, I'm gonna need to. I'm gonna quickly need to edit that because it is in the wrong file type. Thank you, Google. You absolute you know for making this picture type that nobody uses and no things support. I always download pictures for reference on Viral Packet and it can't open your awful WebP format.
That's a grumbler.
So I have to edit.
Oh yeah. No, wait, hang on. No, all I need to do is just copy and. Oh, never mind. Yeah. We're gonna need to have to edit that. I tried to copy and paste the thing and it didn't work.
Hang on one second then. WebP to. Why can't you just use JPEG like a normal person Chrome? Well, I'm not even using Chrome, I'm using Firefox.
That's why then.
Well,
Why can't you use it like a normal person Chrome? Because it's Firefox.
Firefox looking mighty offended that you're calling it Chrome.
Also,
well, I should say Google instead.
Also, I got around to reading some of these stories again last night for League of Legends stuff. Like the in-universe ones. I forgot just how fun that story is with Tristana and Lulu, where they tried to avoid Draven. I love some of the stories too. Also, that is probably one of the areas where you are not going to all go, unless somehow Rebecca's character drags you all to Bandle City.
I'm back all the way.
Welcome back.
Hi, back.
Dion. Oh god, no. Ranna, no.
Oh.
Not that jokes.
I'm
Literally just returned.
Ah, welcome back. There we go. Just in time.
I'll probably vanish.
Here it is.
in like
There you go.
5 minutes.
That should work. Leigh.
Okay, thank you for that. As said, I've not got any map set up for this week, so if we do any combat, it's going to be all ye olde analog style. Anywho, Bilgewater. It's an independent port city. Basically, the best way to think about it is it's a small pirate town, like a small pirate city, founded by sea monster hunters, smugglers, and pirates. It's a haven where those fleeing debt, justice, or persecutions can start over without the burdens of a haunted past. This city of opportunity is also rife with dangers, surrounded by treacherous landscapes and seas teeming with monsters. Despite its dangers, however, Bilgewater is a paradise where everything is for sale, and fortune favours the bold. A city that used to be under the iron grip of a certain pirate captain called Gangplank, until a battle between him and a bounty hunter called Sir Fortune left Gangplank clinging to life as he plummeted into the depths, leaving a power vacuum for Misfortune to eventually overthrow everyone else and take her place as Captain Fortune. That is pretty much the state of Bilgewater today. A small pirate city where outcasts from all walks of life can gather and try and make anew, or make a fast sack of gold, or just find fame and fortune for themselves. And where a better place to find such a start for yourselves than one of the many taverns within the city. One in particular, however, is where we're focusing on today. The tavern known as the Brazen Hydra. A 3-story wreck of an old slaughter fleet galleon. It sits on the dock. Many a customer coming in and out. Usually not in the state they come in, mind you, either through drunkenness, brawling, or just being pickpocketed. It's not the nicest place, but hey, if you wanted to get away from it all, we're better. And this is where the Fateful Four, this is where the Fateful Five gather today. Now we're going to start rolling d5s and see who fucking arrives first. Rolling the dice. 3. First up, entering the tavern is Galder the Grumbler. And Santa, would you like to describe your character?
Yes, first I should describe that he is in fact not just entering the tavern, he's throwing someone into the tavern,
Okay.
stepping on top of them, and then just kind of walking over them. Galdrin is a 3.5 foot tall, blue kobold. Like this very bright, almost sapphire blue. He's got his claws are almost a ruby red, same with his feet and his tail. He kind of looks down at the person as he's standing on their chest. He kind of jumps a bit just to make sure they're still awake. He just kind of looks down at them. Walks off them going to the bar.
Okay. The person that was thrown to the ground, they just slow but surely get up, wheezing as they try and catch their breath back. Just looks around, it's like, did anyone else get that? I don't even know what I did to piss him off. And shortly after him arrives Dion. Which
Yes.
describe your
Delris.
Delris.
Delris is in charge right now.
Okay.
Delris Ncorin. She's 5'4", so not the tallest. But she carries herself with a kind of a don't mess with me sort of demeanor. She has a hood up, but under that hood you can see red skin and yellow eyes. I'm just peeking out from the hairline. Scars along her head.
Okay.
She is dressed in long robes and has a bow staff strapped to her back. She kind of goes in without really interacting with anyone.
Stepping over the person as you do that was thrown to the ground.
Yeah, doesn't really care. And just heads to the bar.
Okay. And for those wondering why we had to declare which one it was, because those that are watching
I'm
my
doing an interesting character concept.
Yep, those that are watching my screen, they'll be seeing two Ncorins, so that'll come into it later, but for now, we need to see who is the next one. Ranna. Describe your character as they enter.
Potoo is a rather large for his race, and not as brightly colored as others, but he does make up for that with brightly colored clothing. He kind of swaggers in, stepping over the person that was thrown in.
Yep.
Just kind of wide-eyed, looking around.
I mean,
Mischievous grin.
to be fair, when is a Potoo not wide-eyed?
He is always wide-eyed and ready.
Which means that shortly after you, Inferno. Describe to us.
Rather tall gold dragonborn enters the tavern. Coiled around her neck is a pseudo dragon that just seems to be scanning the area. She places down her quarterstaff, which is held in one hand, just to check her before entering further in towards the bar to sit down and start scanning, listening in on anything that may be going on around the town.
Okay. The man that was thrown to the ground, he starts slowly but surely trying to get back to his feet after having to avoid many different footsteps coming past him. And then he hears the rapid
Oh, he's still on the ground. I was going to help him.
Then he hears the rapid pitter-patter of feet racing towards the tavern. And he recognizes this and lets out a deep, "Oh no," and just curls up into a ball. As bursting in, Rebecca described Maria Alfedraz. And just for a quick thing as well, Rebecca, we
Yeah.
can assume that they are in their glamoured form, so they'll appear more humanoid than their usual look.
Yeah. More human than they would normally. Just kind of like this girl walked in a bit timid, really, not really too confident, looking around. Kind of blue-ish hair, but it's kind of gone back to normal. But yeah, pretty timid kind of person. Doesn't really look like the type of person who would go up to you and have a conversation with you immediately. Has to get to know you first.
Old
This
glass
person-
champagne.
As this person on the floor turns and looks to you, Maria, he just kind of backs away and slams into a table nearby. It's like, "Not again. I can't afford it. Honest. You keep making me go through so many repairs and dry cleaning. I just can't."
I don't need your help.
He just takes a few deep breaths and just scurries out to the front door. Seemingly not up for a drink tonight, at least not while you're in there. Everyone else that's at the bar, you just see that scene happen, that little commotion, as Maria just skips towards the bar.
Nah.
And well, that is happening. You all buy your drinks, buy whatever food you're after, and you look around for the nearest vacant table. Unfortunately, there's only one that's free at the moment. Everyone else is crowding around the others, either playing a quick game of cards, having a quick arm wrestle, or just telling old stories and tales of the sea to each other.
Delris would just start heading towards the table before anyone else can.
Okay. Is
And
anyone
I
else-
shall as well. I shall follow as well.
Okay.
Although I will keep my eye on the person to cause that little commotion just back there.
I'm good to be seeing this other person heading for the table and just speeding up.
Is anyone else going to head over to the table? Or are you
Oh,
all
if I-
staying at the bar?
Guldran's just gonna look over at the two that are racing towards the table. Just gonna smile, competition. He's going to jump on one of the bar peeps, like one of the serving wrenches, and he's gonna be like, making a turn.
Head
Table.
snaps around to look at that. It's like, what have I walked in on?
Glances over but keeps moving.
He's just riding a bar wrench to the table like a horse, just like.
As you pass, she will try and pick you off. Like, flick you off his back of the
Okay, if
her
you're
bar
going
wench.
to be doing that, then that's going to be, a attempted grapple.
Oh god.
So, Inferno, athletics. Santa, athletics or acrobatics.
I'm not currently at my computer, but I do have my dice with me.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm fine with analog rolling because I know your situation's normally.
That's a 19.
That's actually a draw. So I'm gonna say roll off again for that.
$18.
God
Yes.
damn it.
So I need to remind myself. Phoenyrie. Phoenyrie? Is that how you say the name?
Phoenyrie.
Phoenyrie. As you reach.
Phoenyrie, sorry.
Sorry. Phoenyrie. As you reach to try and grab at Galder, Galder just kind of ducks and just scurries onto the shoulder furthest away from you. Just kind of gives the wench a quick kick in the side, like just like trying to push her along.
And this is not appropriate. Please stop. I'm going to dip into the somehow four languages that I've learned, and I'm probably going to come up with drawing a blank. I do not know what this thing is saying.
To be fair, most don't. Potoo and Maria, what are your thoughts on this scene playing out before you?
Potoo's probably got the biggest grin on his face as he's drinking his drink, watching this chaos.
Okay. Maria?
She'll be looking from a distance, but it's not going to engage in it. But just look out just in case anything more happens.
Okay. So, as you three reach the table, I'm going to say that given that she was there first,
Delris just kind of there, like.
Delris takes her seat,
My
followed
table.
up shortly by the bar wench who sets your drinks down there, as well as whatever food you've bought. And Galder just hops off his shoulder and just kind of lands on part of like a ripped cushion that's just there. As the fluffing just kind of flies out. And Phoenyrie just kind of joins you shortly afterwards, just still staring down at Galder in confusion.
Delris will just be there, like, not looking for company. Leave.
I'm sorry, but there's no other place to stay. If I could move, I would.
Stay at the bar.
Blah, blah.
I don't know what he said, but...
Neither do I.
So, as you're all scanning around the place, as you sit at the chipped wooden table, or at the bar, surrounded by the sounds of raucous laughter and hearty swigs of Bilgewater's finest rum. In the corner, your eyes are drawn to a woman in flamboyant purple coat. She kicks her feet onto the table, and you hear her start to talk over. And so we were, she says, eyes solemn, me and me crew digging through that cursed wreck, when suddenly, whoosh! And she sweeps her arm, nearly knocking over a tankard of ale. Something dark swooped from the horizon. I never felt something so terrifying and cold in my life, I tell ye. Ship's haunted, I say. We should have never pulled that wreck from the tides. And as you're all just watching this scene, the bar starts to quieten down a bit, until a squat figure in dark clothes pipes up a few tables away. Come on, Tyler, we know better than to believe your tall tales now. What's this, the fifth one this week? Everything's haunted, this is haunted, that's haunted. We all know what it is, it's the drink, kid. It's all that rum. And just like a few murmurs, the two people like on the same table as the squats figure, they just like nudging him, like, hey, there you go.
I'll throw a dart at him.
An actual dart.
Yeah. I have darts. It came with being a monk.
Yep. He is going to make a perception to see if you can dodge that. Make me a ranged attack first, let's see.
Hits the
no.
table.
Yeah. He just uses the passive perception 10. Just sees it, just kind of moves his head towards side. Just kind of shoots a glance over at you.
I just kind of give him a glare. That says just kind of like shut the fuck up.
He just starts laughing as he looks over to you. And then a voice breaks over as a sudden shout rises above the crowd. I'll show you what happens if you don't believe this, Scrapper's tales. And you just hear a sudden crack as this woman gets up, runs over to his table, and just smashes him in the face with her fist as he goes flying. One of the
That's one way to do it.
man's drinking buddies starts to help him up from the ground, while the other one lunges for the woman. Someone in the bar, just like next to you, Potoo, raises a tankard in a cheer, just like, "Hey!" And the rowdy crowd begins to urge the fight on. Just a deafening chant from all around them. Fight! 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 Fight!
So one of his mates is lunging for her, right?
Yep, while the other one is picking him up.
I'll get up.
I was gonna jump across to the table and just like try to knock him off his balance.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing?
Let me just check.
So Goldrin,
Yep.
being the most sensible person in Bilgewater, the most reasonable, is hearing a bunch of people yelling fight. Goldrin's picking up a chair and smacking that fucker over the head.
Okay, Inferno?
Yes?
What are you doing? After seeing the other
Um,
two people at your table quite literally get up to join this fight.
Phoenyrie will get up and look to her familiar. It seems we have to break this up, don't we?
Okay, and
Very well.
the two at the bar. Maria and Potoo. Are you going to just be watching this, or are you going to join in?
She's going to watch for now.
If something causes Potoo to want to join in, Potoo will join in. But in the meantime, Potoo's going to play with the mandolin.
Okay, so in that case, guess what, people? Roll me some initiatives. Because we're getting things started.
Is that everybody?
Also, I just realized I'm going to have to probably start to do this so I can, get some initiatives for some peeps. A turn.
Should I roll just in case I join in with the battle?
Yeah, just in case you decide to join in. Also, I know I've put Alari in there, but it's an Ncorin. You get who it is.
Yeah, it's not meant to be Alari though.
Oh shit! Never mind. I guess we
So
have an
now
Alari
the
because I
question
fucked
is-
up and dragged off the wrong thing. Who
So
else
now
did I delete?
Maria.
I deleted Potoo. Potoo, get your ass
Oh,
on.
you deleted Potoo.
Said I've not got a map set up for this because it doesn't really need one for this one. So let me just add in some of these. Phoenyrie.
Our dexterity is going to be rolling off of dex.
Phoenyrie got a nat 20, so I'll slap a 30 there. Maria got a 13. Galder got a 16. Delris got a 14. Potoo got a 13 as well. Potoo has a higher initiative than Maria, so you can have a 13.5. Now I just need to roll some initiatives for these. Initiative goes off dex, if I recall right, so that's just a +1 for these guys. So let me just find a quick little icon that I could just use for these peeps. This icon will be for the bandits. His little buddies. So there, and there. I'm just using icons that are quite literally just dragging that I've already uploaded. Rowan will represent the female that you're helping.
Okay.
And Bobby Bob can represent the squat guy.
I guess now we know her alignment.
Oh god.
Why are there two of you? Hang on, I need to do that so I can add turn for Bobby Bob. So for the two bandits, 1d20 plus 1. A 7 and a 3. For the female, I believe actually I did say her name, Tala. Tala got a 16. No one else has a 16 now. So. Yeah, Galder does. Galder's is a 5, so, you know, Galder gets a 16.5. And last but not least, douchebag squatty guy gets a 3. He'll have a 3.5. He'll go before his buddy there. Joy or joys, we've got some turns going here, people. So Phoenyrie. I keep forgetting how to say your name.
Don't worry, that was a common thing for the entire Strahd campaign. Nobody knew how to pronounce it.
I'm just going to go off Phoenix Wright rules and call you Phoeny.
Okay, that's what a lot of people actually end up calling me too. It's kind of funny.
See, that's the bonus of playing Galder. I don't ever have to learn how to pronounce your character's name.
Yeah, you're like,
I just imagine you
Different
eventually
every
get a
time.
translator machine or something and he just breaks it.
Like it's like this is like fucking Heimding is just like, and this machine can translate anything, and Galder just steps up to it, and it just comes out. The machine's just like, please help me. If I listen to him again, I will commit death.
So,
help me, help me, help me.
they're all pretty much all within your range of movements because it's not that large of a bar. Like they're all
Alright.
quite close to each other, so
Either way,
this
I'm
isn't-
going
this isn't counts as
to
a map,
move-
luckily, so don't worry.
move myself up here.
This doesn't count as a map, don't worry. I'm going to move myself up here.
Sorry, I'm counting out. I'm gonna walk between the two. Between the two groups.
Okay,
And put up my hands.
okay. Galder, you were racing towards him with a chair, the person that was trying to punch her. Which I would say is, to be fair, if I was going to lay these things out as a proper thing, it'd be this guy here. He's helping up his friend here. And you're racing up there like going, ah. And this is the bar over here. And Jewel's racing up as well, so there you go.
So, in this case, the closest little shit, Galder is just going to jump up as high as he can and just smack him over the head with the chair.
Okay, roll me an attack roll.
What would you say a modifier would be for a chair? Strength?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll just.
it's basically. Oh. Okay. It's basically as if he's using an improvised weapon, but this guy sees you coming with the chair. And he just kind of moves out of the way. And instead of, and on top of him getting an attack of opportunity on you, I'm also going to say, Phoenyrie,
Yes.
that chair is coming at you.
Oh.
So either roll me a dex check, either roll me a dex save to try and get out of there, or a strength save to try and break the chair. Or
I
grab the
should
chair.
say right now, Galder doesn't care who he's hitting. He doesn't really know what's happening, and he's okay with that.
I'll say it sounds enough just to quickly get the fuck out of the way of the chair. However, that bandit is going to get a hit on you, +3 to hit. 7 won't hit you. So
Nope.
he tries to punch you in the ribs, doesn't take into account your size, and just misses.
Galder's going to stop.
Yep.
He's going to look at the man. Like just like one eye further open than the other, as he's just kind of like eyeing the man in a very angry sense. The guy just tried to punch him. Like,
Tala is going to spend her turn just still pretty much throwing insults at the guy's at the squat guy's direction. Well, actually,
Just
also
vicious
showing a bit of,
mockery.
yeah. Well, also showing a bit of surprise that you lot actually coming to help her. Delris.
Okay, so Delris doesn't like this guy in particular. So after seeing him, the little kobold go for the other guy, she's just gonna dash over, like run over here, and just start pummeling him.
Okay, so you've run over to the squat guy and decided to give him a punch as well. Okay, roll for attack.
Let me just check something because it's been a while since I've played a monk.
Monks. Always fun.
Monk.
And before I do this, I'll spend.
Squat person.
I'll spend. No, I won't spend one. I'll just punch him.
The squat person decides to fly 50 foot in the air. The monk can't hit him.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, I had to make the pun. That hits. 5 damage. Yep, he didn't like that. That's right. Roll you that.
First one's to the gut. Next one's right to the face.
Yeah, no, you kind of just
That is maximum damage too.
you kind of just
Yeah.
punch him in the gut and he doubles over. He kind of just spits out the rest of his rum on your arm. And as he does so, you just bring your other hand and just smack him around the head. And he goes flying into his own table. Just crashes through it out cold. And he is actually down and out for the fight.
I'll just like pick up my dart and just be like, "Shut up when I tell you to shut up."
The other two, his mates, they are going to make me a wisdom save. Let's see what happens.
After they saw me put their boss through a table.
Exactly. They're not the bravest. Oh, never mind. They're not the bravest of people. One of them gets a nat 20. The one that was right next to him that helped him get up, quite literally runs over to him while he's through the table, hoists him onto his shoulders, and makes a dash for the entrance of the bar. And while he's doing so, he just looks back to his mate. He's like, "Come on, Greg, we've got no time to fight here." And Greg's there going, No. This and this one and this one. And I'll be having no more of your stories. So, yeah, 2 of the bandits just quite literally the bandit and the guy just quite literally fucked off. But one of them is decided to hold his ground. Potoo,
Yes.
you've just quite literally seen these 2 guys go racing past you. Are you doing anything, or are you just going to let him go?
Can I trip them?
Yeah, yeah, you can trip them. The bandits will make a. You know what? He's running. They're all going off past perception, so make me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. That fails. That's kind of
He actually sees it and hops over it. Just kind of shoots you a glance as he runs for the door. Maria.
Potoo's just gonna wave.
Maria, since it's your turn next, you're also there at the bar. You can try and do something to that guy that's running. Rebecca.
Becca.
The
sky is angry.
Oh, she's in. Rebecca.
Alright.
That guy that Potoo tried to trip, hopped over
Yeah.
the foot, but still has to pass you on the way out to the bar. So are you going to try and do anything to
Oh,
him? Or are you going to
yeah,
try?
I'll try to trip him up.
Okay, you roll me a sleight of hand as well. See if it beats a 10. Okay, so
He's glaring at Potoo, trips over the first.
yeah, see, exactly. He's too busy watching you, Potoo, as Marie just sticks her foot out, and he goes flying and drops his friend, who just kind of starts to tumble, rolls outside of the door of the tavern, and you just hear a sploosh as he kind of falls off the boardwalk into the waters.
Well, he did smell a bit funny, didn't he?
It is the bandit's turn. the one that is left. And he just looks between you all and decides, you know what? I still want to punch this small blue thing that tried to hit me with a chair. That actually gets a 21.
Yeah, that does it.
As he pulls out a scimitar this time and goes to hit you. And it is dealing 1d6 plus 1. As he does 3 damage to you. As he just quickly brings a scimitar around to just slash at you.
Nice.
Phoenyrie.
Oh,
I-
Galder's just going to look up at him.
What, sorry?
I'm going.
Or that's answer?
Oh no, Galder's just looking up at him with a big fucking smile on his face. As he's just holding the dude's scimitar in place, just like.
Phoenyrie, your turn.
I'm going to hold my action to let my familiar use the help action for me. Oh wait, yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, you're familiar
And-
over here, like right next to you.
and for I can't roll us with advantage because it's going to be I'm using that to give me normal chances because I'm doing this at close combat.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Yes, it does. Remember, you get 2 beams of Eldritch Blast.
No, that's not until 5th level.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, you're all level 3. Yeah. Funnily enough, let me just check this just to double make sure. Yep. That is actually just about enough.
It's like as soon as she sees him take out the blade, she's like, okay, that's enough.
Yep.
Boom.
He kind of just looks to the side as he sees something glinting. As you just pull out. It's a small crystal, or is it a small diamond that Eldritch Blast needs?
Nothing.
Nothing, it's
It's
a cantrip. It's shot from your hand.
Oh, right. Which is it that I was thinking of in the Jack skin then that
You're-
you were using?
You're thinking of Chromatic Orb.
Yeah. No, but he just sees like a glint and he turns around and it's just your hand outstretched. There's just a bolt goes shooting into him and sends him flying off the table.
And that is why you should not
Yeah.
start a fight. Stay if you're outnumbered. She'll move
Kind of-
over to him. Oh, sorry.
Guessing he kind of like lands over here and does swift kick for good measure.
Yep.
That's not necessary. She'll pick him up and drag him over to where his friend got knocked over to.
Yeah, he's quite literally near the door. And you just kind of walk over and just toss him on top of him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna draw him down, and then yeah, I'm gonna keep walk back.
Delris goes back to her table.
Okay.
It's
Galder's just looking very sadly at the fact that you just best friend of here. Like he's just picked up a fork. He's just like looks at you very sadly, like
what?
Yeah, Daryl's just went back to her table and was drinking from her tankard.
Company is a nice thing to have.
Is anyone else going back to the table?
Oh, Galder will after he's done remorsing the fact that he didn't get it. Why are there 2 Galders?
I don't know.
Yeah, we said that.
Why? But Galder will go back to the table.
As they see, like, you just toss the body. Well, not the body, he's not dead. He's knocked out. As you toss the thug onto the other thug, the crowd just like goes like, "Hey!" You just hear hollering and just yelling of cheers and just... It just seems like a lot of mirth all around.
Bleh.
As things start to calm down,
Someone-
you see a figure approach your table. As Tower approaches you all. Well, doors at the table. 2 of you are still at the bar watching. But I will have you 2 roll a perception, Maria and Potoo. Let's see if you can overhear some stuff.
Nope.
Potoo, no, you're just hearing your own mandolin. Maria, however, does. As she walks over to you, Free, it's like, oh, thank you for your assistance there.
I didn't like him.
I don't like Dane either. No one really does, but he hangs out with a rough sort, but that's how he is. He's never really been someone to believe the stories, but I try to get the warnings out. No one believes me.
And such they keep searching for dangerous areas just for treasure, I suppose. I guess.
Well, that is
Uh-oh.
Scrapper's job after all. We go up there,
Hmm.
we pull up the shipwrecks, we see what's good in there. And oftentimes it comes with its own dangers, but nothing like that.
You
That's...
say it's cursed, don't you?
Let me tell you the full story. But this time, hopefully, I won't be cut off. My crew and a couple of other scrapper crews, we dredged a ship out from the depths of the bay 3 nights ago, the Phantom's Ire. However, every time we attempted to salvage anything from it, we'd spot like a tendril, like a shadow, just lash across the horizons towards Bilgewater. Just, it's an ill omen, I tell you. It's an ill omen for us, it's an ill omen for the city, it's an ill omen for everyone who lives here. And I keep telling them, I keep telling my crew, I keep telling the other scrappers, we need to return that shipwreck back to its rightful place beneath the tides. No good will come from it being here.
Golden just has a friend held up.
I could believe that.
If she's saying this, she will just keep an eye on you, Phoenyrie.
Yes?
You can roll an insight on her if you want.
Okay. Nope.
Can I insight her?
Yes, you can.
Now this would be better if it was. Be better if it was the other one, but
She hasn't really tried to hide it too much, so above a 10 will do it. Galder, you're not too sure.
No.
Are you? Delris,
She's got some nice shinies on her.
you assume that it's because she has a bit of a... She doesn't really trust magic too much. She's quite suspicious of it. Therefore, she's quite suspicious of Phoenyrie after shooting that bolt.
Fair enough.
But she just looks around at you three. You're some of the first people that have actually believed my story. Well, you at least, I didn't catch your name.
Me.
Yes.
Sorry, the main deal says it's the sexy sounds like me.
Inferno. She'll go to... She'll finish, she'll look to you and be like, yes, you.
I happen to know and believe in many omens. Those who work above work in mysterious ways, and as such, I have to try and read them for people.
just your name, not your life story.
Sorry, that was my fault. Phoenyrie Draakmuaroc.
She just kind of looks you up and then just...
Word,
she'll,
tiny what?
she'll look you up and down and just let her... critical noise, she'll be like... Strange, we don't really get many from Targon around here. Religion...
Yes.
Religion is a free thing here. Like, we have many worshippers of many different religions, but... Oftentimes it's... We don't really see your kind around here. No offense.
Oh, I'm aware. That's one of the reasons I came here.
Still, thank you all for helping me out there. Maria, you'll have overheard all this. Potoo, you were too busy playing the mandolin, but Maria, you can feel free to pass on that information if you want. Like, pass on the little story. Rebecca.
At the kind of table, Delris is going to just kind of use the spell Produce Flame just in her hand and then snuff it out.
She just kind of glances
Um,
over you as you do so, like... Sorry,
this does
wasn't
mean I
expecting
have
it.
to make my check.
Golden just watches as you like put fire. Like his eyes just go like shy.
Uh,
I do have to make my intelligence save now.
Go for it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do you want to describe this, or should I describe this?
I'll describe it. So, as you've just watched her do this, she kind of freezes in place for a second. The kind of orange, like, hair that you could see kind of like coming out from changes to a kind of a deep shade of blue, and her eyes also change to a shade of blue. And as she kind of comes back to her senses, her demeanor seems completely changed. It's a lot more kind of, her face is a lot more open, and she seems quite kind of like, oh, well, that's always unpleasant.
Goldrin just like pokes her hand, looks up at her, pokes her hand again, looks up at her, opens, bites her hand, not like in like a trying to swallow her hand. It's got abilities of fire and changes people. He's just like, wow.
She kind of just pulls her hand out of your mouth, like,
Talo
It's
will just like look at you and be like, well, yes, ill omens are always unpleasant, but still.
Either way, sorry. I wasn't present for all this before. What's your name? What's your name? And what's your name? That's an odd name, but you.
He pulls out a note card that just says Galder the Grumbler as he just passes it to you.
Okay, Galder.
Phoenyrie, what happened this
Yeah,
there?
so,
You were...
First one.
Talo, I thought I had introduced myself before.
Huh?
Tala, I thought I introduced myself before.
Oh, yes. Sorry about that. That was my sister you were talking to, not me.
Woo-woo!
Yeah, she'll look at you to in confusion as well, like, your companion here is a bit unusual, no?
I
Galder's
just
just
met
gonna
this
shrug
person.
to her.
Anyway, I should introduce myself, the one you were speaking to before. That was my sister Delris. I am Alari.
Nice to meet you, then, Alari.
I
She'll
swear,
reach out her hand across the table.
I swear magic's a very, very strange thing indeed.
She kind of goes, oh, sorry, I don't shake hands.
Oh, okay. Sort of just across, like, oh.
Galder's going to change his ruby hand into a ruby crab claw, and then he's going to hold it out, see if she'll shake that.
No, sorry, I don't like touching people.
While this is going on, Maria and Potoo, roll me perceptions.
Yeah.
Yep. And Maria, you roll me perception as well.
Yeah, let me quickly get my character sheet up.
I have to say, this is very unusual, me running something from a module. I have to keep checking to make sure I'm not missing stuff. Yep, you'll both notice this. Maria, as you're just halfway through your next drink, and Potoo, as you're just finishing up a song and getting ready to play another one, your eyes both glance to the candles on the bar as they start to flicker rapidly. Then you look around as you notice all the candles are starting to flicker rapidly. And then, almost all at once, they are extinguished.
As
Something's coming.
plunges everything into darkness.
Yep, it's all
Okay, well,
going
in that
quite
case-
dark, except for a slight glowing from... I've forgotten which character you're in at the moment. Alari's hair
Alari.
is slightly glowing.
Yeah, her hair and eyes slightly glow.
Yeah.
But
In that
she's also... Sorry.
It's okay. In that case, you will see Phoenyrie take out a small firefly from inside a pouch on her waist and crush it in her hand before placing it down on the table. The table lights up.
Okay. And as
Um,
the bar is illuminated once more, you start to look around at all the patrons. Their faces showing confusion and a bit of concern.
Oh, the candles weren't me. I apologize for that.
The door begins to creak open. I just thought
I should make it very clear that Galder's eyes do glow in the dark due to him being void touched.
Okay. The doors begin to creak open with a cold wind. And in the moonlight seeping in through the grimy windows, the shadows of the room seem to elongate. Growing long limbs, sharp claws, gaping mouths. Rising up from the ground of their own accord, the sockets where their eyes should be flash a ghostly, hungering blue. And Tala just looks on in horror as she starts to out. As she just starts to back up, it's like, they followed me here. They followed us all here. We're not safe. Everybody run! And
I'm
everyone
gonna do
stood.
an Arcana.
Yes.
I'll also do an Arcana.
Okay.
Because
And on that fail, would you allow me to cast Detect Magic?
I'm going to say the 10 will actually pass.
Oh, okay.
It isn't going to give you a full information, it's going to give you some. Inferno does fail though.
okay.
But you can't get a good grasp on what this is. You can't get a good
Alari.
grasp. Alari. It's because you used Delris there.
I know,
I
I
get
forgot.
some kind of stats.
As Santa, I'm going to ask this, not as Galder, but because I myself am curious. Galder, this is a horroring, isn't it?
Yep.
Damn it! We're all gonna die.
You can't get a good read on this, Alari, but this does definitely feel a lot like necromantic energy.
Hmm.
And as the shadows and the darkness starts to come alive around you, all the patrons and even the staff start to run for the door. You hear some screams from further back of people already starting to be torn asunder.
Huh?
What are you five doing?
I'm gonna quickly look up and see if there's anything that I can target. Like, it seems like it's got a physical body that can be damaged.
You don't see anything too physical right away. It all seems to be too many
I'm gonna-
shadows, and they are
In that
approaching
case-
rapidly.
In that case, I'm gonna start touching more things to be able to cast the light spell and try and keep the shadows at bay.
Yep. You start to
I've also got my dancing lights around.
You start to touch some of the. Well, we'll go with the dancing lights first because they're spread out. As you look towards your dancing lights, you start to see as the shadows get towards them, the dancing lights start to be snuffed out.
We need to get outside.
The hell? Galder's just gonna jump through one of the windows in the back. He's like,
That's one way to do it.
You just hear Galder just jump through it, then you just hear a splish.
That's one way to do it.
he's just got floating in the water. Well, actually, he can swim and breathe underwater. So he's just like.
You start, those that can hear well enough among Galder rabble, you can hear Galder just start to swim back towards the docks to try and get back to some sturdy ground to run.
She'll kind of look at the Dragonborn and say, "Come on."
Okay, very well.
Tala will join you in running. Potoo
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna-
Maria, are you going to join them as well?
Yeah, I am.
Patoo's also going to take the window, but instead of splooshing, Patoo's going to take flight.
Okay. So, Galder, as you're trying to swim back to the docks, you look up and you see a large bird figure just flying above you.
How large are we talking?
2 is larger than a normal. He's about 6'5".
How high are you from the water?
High enough to where I can't be grabbed.
Damn it.
I mean, unless
Fuck
you're a really good swimmer and you can jump that high.
You can swim by 30 feet. With a 30-foot swimming speed. No, he's just gonna swim as fast as he can towards the dock, climb up it, look back at the tavern, and be like, giving the bird at the tavern.
Okay. So, as you all reach outside, you start to see the similar shadows swarming through the streets. You hear panicked cries coming from everywhere. And A few calls for action as you see some people start to reach for hidden weapons nearby in their little shacks or in their little stalls. Just like things from pitchforks to basic blunderbusses and little flintlocks. But people are trying to take a
Yeah,
stand
fucking
against
good luck
these.
with that.
Oh, sorry? What would that sound like?
Fucking good luck with that.
And
Now you have to say that in the grumbler.
and
The
there's
Grumbler doesn't know what the hollering is. I do. I'm not metagame knowledging, which is why I was saying it as me. Oh, no.
Kind of look over and be like, this necromantic energy is strong. We need to stay away from the shadows. But any sort of light spell seems to be snuffed out in the darkness.
And as you look around, as you're saying that, there seems to be quite a few people starting to head towards a faint crying in the distance. Like, sort of like calling for people's attention.
Guess we should go that way.
Yes.
And as you all turn around to try and go in that direction, Tyler just about manages to slip through and goes on ahead. However, as you all try and go ahead, you find the shadows start to conjugate and block your way. And in front of you, one particular shadow peels itself off the walls to stand before you. And then you hear a different sound, like a bit of a grunting, gnawing sound. And then what seems to be the creaking of bark and wood.
Oh,
No!
It's not, don't worry, it's not Maokai.
Oh.
Just as a thing, people who are nearby would see Alari kind of look at all the shadows around them and then be wreathed in a mantle of flame. And a mantle of swirling fire. That sheds bright light for 30 foot and dim light for an additional 30 foot. Any creature that attacks me takes fire damage equal to my charisma modifier. Or if it touches me whenever I roll fire damage, the roll gains an additional bonus equal to my charisma modifier. This is part of my sorcerer bloodline.
God damn it, I think the Chrome for Roll20 just froze a dread load something. So I'm just going to have to try and fluff some stuff while this is going on. Oh, no, never mind, there we go. So, let me just move you all into a nice little area. Because yet again, no map sorted out for this part. Come here, Potoo. You're not running.
Oh. Where did I go?
You're here.
Yeah.
I can't see myself.
You're there. You're
No, I was behind Galdrin.
Oh. Weird. The other part is I tried to upload something and it didn't come up in the recent uploads. What the shit? Let me try that again. Upload to there.
So yeah.
So.
Alari is wreathed in a mantle of flame.
Yep.
Right now.
And started to come from around the corner. You're shitting me. Why is this not working? Have I got too many things uploaded and I need to delete some shit? Is that it? It's probably going to be that, isn't it? Give me a second, guys. Sorry about this. For some reason, Roll20 is having a
no problem.
Bit of a shit session where it's like... You need what?
I need the bathroom anyway, so I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. I guess it's time to try and delete
the bathroom, Leigh. The bathroom.
The bathroom? I don't get that reference.
They have to go to the little ladies' bathroom.
Please work this. uploading some things. Loading recent uploads. Knowing my luck, I'll have done this, and it'll have uploaded.
Yeah,
said
you about gave me a
4
heart
times.
attack, Leigh.
I know. As soon as I said the point for you, you're like, oh no, oh
It's
no,
just
oh,
like
no.
the creaking of wood and all the shadows.
Don't worry, it's not Maokai.
You're Santa saying no, 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 no.
On the bright side, Malkite is the one character from the Shadow Islands that can actually die.
Yeah.
Because he's not undead. He's just an evil tree that's been twisted by the souls.
But while we're
Fascinating.
waiting for that to come up, I accidentally posted in the thingy for that friggin' pseudo dragon. That was a web P or something. I am going to have to try and get a picture of a shadow here for the fight. I love how I type in shadow and it comes up all animal shadows and such in a plane. Not like the creature shadow.
Oh no!
What?
Is it what I think it is?
Screw it. I'm going to use that for the shadow. I don't know if that can be seen in that lot, but he's here.
No, I can see
I
it.
mean, there are numerous amounts of things that I can try and think of in the game. And I'm thinking Mistborn or Mistrites? Like the ghoul kind of motherfuckers? Or... it's just a fucking Iron Rider.
Basically, this is just going to be like the back alley kind of thing.
Nice.
Like a little alleyway. Because, you know, I didn't have time, I didn't make maps for this, so I'm drawing maps. Medium, so yeah, that's fine. I will
Hey
place
Ranna,
the other
it's
two,
Mordecai.
I will place the other two on the map eventually, but I'm waiting for Dion to get back so I can show you what these guys are in a big picture. Before that,
He just wants to enter his death donut.
Before that, I'm just going to start adding people to the turn order. Because, you know, combat. Oh, because, you know, combats. People start rolling initiative already. Galder got a 9. Potoo got a 4 in that one.
Not the fucking lowest!
Maria got an 18. And Dion's be right back because she's doing a Inferno and went to the shitter. Slash R 1D +2 for the shadow. 14.
I love that they brought in the horroring. Just like the first few minutes of the game, and it's already the fucking horroring, and it's just like
that surprised me as well about this thing because it's like, oh yeah, no, you have the bar fights, and then I thought it was going to be a bit more exploration of Bilgewater until then. It's like, yeah, no, just read this blurb. Oh yeah, no, it's the horror.
So, for those of you that don't play League of Legends, the horroring is an event when the mists from the Shadow Islands, which were once called Sunset Islands, I believe. The Shadow Islands, the Sacred Islands, yeah. Or Blessed, something like that.
Welcome back.
Anyways, the horroring is when the cursed mists from the Shadow Isles, which got cursed, enter Bilgewater, and all the fucking baddies. So Thresh, fucking Mordekaiser never shows up. Karthus, Elise.
Hecarim as well.
Yes, Corindon. Yorick every now and then when he's sometimes a good guy, sometimes a bad guy. But they all pop up and they start wreaking havoc. And if you die during the horroring, your soul is collected, taken back to the Shadow Island, and you are turned into an undead Mistrite.
Yep.
Forever trapped on the Cursed Isles.
So, just a quick layout of the map thingy. Those are the pink things are the walls leading into the little back alley. That's like a street thing. Even though I didn't draw the squares out fully, you can assume like everything there and there is a wall. But creeping out from beyond these little walls here to in front, so not to in front, crawling out from in view of you all is the source of the creaking bark, and it is 2 of these.
Hello, sunshine.
That's not better. That's not better than Malika. Oh God.
These are bark beasts.
No. Fuck.
Should I be
This is
scared?
what makes that champion annoying. There's more than one.
Yep, there's 2 of them. Delris, can you roll me an initiative? Not Delris.
Alari.
Alari. It's because I'm using Delris as the icon. But we all know who it is, so it's fine. It's fine. 21. And the beasts got a 21 as well, but they have a lower one, so I'm just going to put it as a 20. And the other one rolled a straight up fucking nat 20. So, by descending, let's see how this goes.
Nice campaign starter, guys.
Yay!
But nice campaign starter. You get into a bar fight and then you have to fight some fucking undead.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, I was just saying, like, judging from how well they're rolling so far.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean that one Potoo? So,
Yeah, but you got a
Who's
nat
going
one,
to
the
ignore
Barbarian
that
got a
comment?
nine.
you can't ignore that comment, it was me that said it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I may have just started reading about these bug beasts. They're not nice.
No,
So,
no, they're not.
first up comes that 20 bark beast down here. Luckily, you know, it can't get within combat at the moment because they only have a move speed of 30. But it does start to charge towards you. Ncorin,
Yeah.
Alari.
Alari's gonna see this thing running towards them. And she's just gonna go.
19 will indeed hit. 8 damage.
Ah, it's vulnerable. Yes,
They're made of wood. They're bound to be vulnerable.
I know. Yeah. So she's just kind of like.
It just starts to let out like an unholy screeching, like.
I don't like this thing.
Yeah,
You don't like this thing.
It's fine. It's the other one's turn, and it's going to just charge straight through the shadow to try and get in range with its friend. And let me just check. Is that a... Yeah, it's melee. Which is a shame. Maria. Maria Alfedraz.
Yes.
Which I'm not going to lie, sounds like
Is it
some kind
my
of Spanish
turn
dish.
to attack?
Yes, it is.
Sounds like a dessert.
Alright,
Sounds
can
like
I use
Alfredo.
my that distant one, the sniper thing?
Sorry.
What, sorry?
She said the destructor one, the sniper thing.
Oh, you're going to use your weapon. On which one?
Oh, sorry.
Which one are you going to shoot?
Rebecca?
Okay. Shoot that one.
The one at the bottom.
Go for it. That hits. 4 piercing damage. And let me just check your sheet because I know that triggers something as well. Because it triggers this. So its little buddy there needs to make a dex save or else it's going to take 1d6. Hiya! It fails. Roll me a 1d6.
Cool.
So that's taken that, that's taken that. And let me just check something quickly. How much health did these guys have? Okay. The Shadow's turn. The Shadow is a fast boy. Wrong person. It sees you with the fire, Alari, and goes for you.
Alari.
Alari.
Yeah. Remember, if it attacks me, it takes fire damage.
Indeed, it does. So, yep, it can do that. It does that. That's fine.
Oh wait, actually, that when I rolled that 4, I just remembered. You don't have to add it now, but because I used a fire spell, it increases the damage by 4. So the damage would have been 8, not 4.
So that would have been 16 in total.
Yeah.
That
Sorry.
I'm gonna say
I forgot about that.
I'm gonna say it's too late to add that on now.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just forgot about it. It's part of my Phoenix mantle.
So this thing goes fly towards you, the shadow, and it just reaches out to grab you. Plus,
yep.
What do these guys get to plus with this? Plus 4. Hiya! It fails with a 7.
Cool.
Do they only get the 1 attack? Yes, they do. Which is a shame because, you know, shadows kind of nasty if they grab you.
Yeah.
Phoenyrie.
Yes.
You got 2 bark beasts up there, and a shadow right in front of Alari.
I'm going to take aim at this one because now I cannot move back.
Okay.
I'm going to take aim at it. Actually, I'm going to hold my action. This thing being right here really throws a wrench into the plans. My god. Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna try and cast this on this one here.
Okay. Cast.
That hit?
You are casting while technically in combat, so it would be with disadvantage.
I thought it was only if you're attacking the thing in front of you.
No, it's when you're in combat, when you're in melee range.
Yep. Which,
you know, I'll take a thing to step back.
Okay.
I'll take an attack opportunity to step back.
Okay. So, with its,
because I really need
it's
that
going
to
do the same thing it tried to do to Dion then, because that's its only attack. 21.
That does it.
Okay. It's using Strength Drain.
I feel bad. I feel wrong for, you know.
2d6
At
plus
least
2.
it's not me, asthma.
You're taking 9 damage, 9 necrotic damage, and your strength score is reduced by. Is it just this, or does it get any pluses to this? No, it's just that. Your strength score is reduced by 4.
Okay.
Just quickly let me know if your strength is reduced to 0.
It is not.
Okay.
My strength is not that low. It was never that low.
That's fine then, because I will give
Jesus, if anyone's strength is 4.
I mean, I know some people have rolled bad for some of their stats. It's just, you know, I'll just give this as a forewarning with shadows. If they manage to get your strength score to 0, you die.
Yep.
So
is this perma strength drain or temp strength?
Yeah, this
temporary. You get it back. It lasts until you finish your short or long rest.
Good, because I know there's some monsters that are nasty and do permanent drain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
Cough.
This is like early level 3 stuff. I don't think they're going to throw permanent things at you yet. So, you've stepped back. You've taken the attack of opportunity. You can roll. Oh no, to 20. Yeah.
To 20, so
That does hit. Roll the damage.
Are you kidding me? That is
It's
not
radiant.
a good roll.
Radiant is good still.
Against this thing?
Yeah, these things are also vulnerable to radiant.
So that's
yeah, they're
12.
I don't need
24.
I don't need to get to the 24. This thing quite literally had 4 HP left. Hence
Oh.
why I didn't add your extra shit on when you did it a bit later. Otherwise, it also would have thrown off the whole piercing damage and Rebecca's turn.
That's fine.
So,
I was kind of like, Wait, what? Were you doing? You were doing it on that, weren't you? The shadow?
No,
Oh, you were doing it on this guy.
I thought
I
he
thought
had
you were
more
doing it on the
more health
shadow.
left. Sorry, I thought he had more health left.
Oh, I was
He
like,
actually did.
So you see
It
a bee,
died?
you see
Oh.
a charge up attack, and it just whizzes straight past you, straight past the shadow. You just see this bark beast just splinter into essentially slightly glowing firewood. Galder, your turn. You are technically
So-
also in combat.
Yes, Galder's looking at the shadow thing. Does it have any definite form to it?
Not
Or is it just
really.
a cloud of shadow?
It's quite literally just like a shadowy creature. It doesn't really seem to have form.
Okay. Galder, he's going to take out a torch. He's going to hold the torch up to fire person to light the torch. And then he's going to start beating the fucking shadow with a torch.
Okay, so roll. I'll count this as fire damage for your attack, as well as bludgeoning.
And I believe a torch is 1d4.
So roll me your attack. That hits.
Dirty 20. This is the roll for the
just
attack.
there, like,
Oh no, the 20 was the hit, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
the 20 was the hit.
In that case, that is
So
3.3. Do I need to add it to anything? I'm not proficient in improvised weapons. Never mind.
nope. So if that's only 3, then this thing's only taking 1 damage.
it's
Oh, shit. Then how
resistant.
many?
Uh,
Resist to fire?
technically, this attack would have counted as either bludgeoning or fire, and it's resistant to both of those.
Ah, motherfucker! Calder, seeing that his idea failed.
I really
It's
should have
very
got. I really should have
upset.
had the guiding bolt hit that thing.
He's very upset.
Just kind of there, like, I'm not sure how I feel about being used as a lighter.
Galder is fuck it. Galder's just beating it with a torch, just senselessly. As you can see the red sort of claws starting to become a more deeper, almost blood red as they begin to take on a new form. As this does so, you can see like his eyes, the sort of purple sort of streaming in as he becomes enraged. His hands turning into crab-like claws as he's just like. Wow.
And is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Potoo. It is your turn, Potoo. You aren't in combat with the shadow, so you're free to do whatever.
What do I want to do? Because I'm kind of squishy. And I've been making bad rolls. Like. Using my cunning action, can I hide?
Oh my god, that's the most fucking rogue thing! I'm so proud of you!
Indeed, roll me a stealth. Let's see how this goes. 25 stealth. With
Just
these guys,
smoke bomb, like, bye.
You just see this brightly colored large
no.
Aarakocra vanish.
I was going to say, given that these two, they have only a passive perception of 10, I don't think they're seeing your ass.
Oh, it's the 6'5" bird just disappears into thin air.
And whereabouts are you moving?
I want to. Probably going to be using my flight, to be honest, because I'm not that fast on land. We're gonna get about. You said this area right here is about wall, right?
Yeah.
Can I land like right about here?
on top of the wall.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception as you get up there.
Pigeon spikes.
You don't
It's
see
not spiked, is it?
you don't know. You can't see it because it's too dark and shadowy. You do, however, see what could be like a grasping hand trying to grasp out at you. So, make me one of those quick deck saves. Yep, you just about managed to get your leg back before you get dragged into the shadows. Because, funnily enough, this module didn't take into account the fact that some people may try and fly. So you're just hovering over the shadows, just avoiding the grasp. Alari. Unless you're going
Alari.
unless you're going to attack. Potoo.
Nah, I'm not gonna attack just yet.
Okay.
I want them to kind of beat this guy up a bit more before I do anything.
Alright, then Alari, it's your turn. You got the
Give me a
shadow still in
second.
front.
I know. That's why I'm kind of like unsure.
I mean, I should say Galder is still beating the shadow senseless with the torch.
I mean, I'm gonna cast Blur
Okay.
myself.
Yep.
So
Any creature has disadvantage on
got
attack rolls against you for
1 minute
Yep.
concentration.
Okay. I'll say this, none of these have blind
Santa.
sight or true sight, so it's fine.
Yes.
Santa. You know how you can like attack with a bonus action?
Yes.
Does a quarterstaff count for that?
For a monk, you mean?
For what exactly?
Because it says that when you attack with like offhand, it has to be a light weapon.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't be able to attack at the moment anyway, because you've blurred. Blur was your action.
What do you mean?
Blur was your action.
But I have a bonus action.
Yeah, but I think with bonus action, if you're using it to attack with the monk.
No, you don't. It's not monk. Alari's not a monk.
Yeah, Alari's a phoenix, right?
Oh yeah, I'm getting mixed,
Yeah, she's a sorcerer.
I'm getting mixed up between
Yeah.
them.
Quarterstaff, I think, does count. It counts with
Okay.
most moves, so I think it accounts with Phoenix as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use my movement to draw out the quarterstaff and try and smack the shadow with it.
Okay. That misses.
No.
I was getting confused then because Delris is a monk.
Yeah, Daryl's is a monk, but Alari's a sorcerer.
So when you're on about the bonus action thing, I thought you were on about like flurry of blows type of situation.
No. You have to declare that before, I know that.
Either way, it's the Bark Beast turn. The Bark Beast is too low for you to get an attack of opportunity, Potoo, because you're on a wall.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, I could throw a dagger at it, but you know.
ranged attacks usually don't go on an attack of opportunity. It has to be like a melee.
Okay.
So instead, it's going to go charging ahead. 5, 10, 15, 20, and it's going to come up to you.
Perfect.
Great.
And it is going to go on attack with a +4. Wait, hang on. Oh yeah, hang on. Okay, so slash and yep, it's going to go for Galder. So does an 18 hit you?
Defender wins if we're
Okay.
doing that.
And if you're wondering why I rolled with advantage, Bark Beasts have pack tactics.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've read the thing. I know.
So,
Maria,
it is your turn. Rebecca, your turn.
Alright, I'm going to attack the guy kind of next to, well, not really next to me, diagonal to
Yep,
me.
you're attacking the bark beast.
Yeah, what would I use? Would I use more close range or still long range?
I think there are
You
penalties
can-
for shooting into close range unless you
Yeah,
have a feat, so you'd have to use your.
there is
Yeah,
an ability. Oh, sorry.
I'll use my close range
Yep, so
weapon
you
then.
use your movement to switch out your gun to your scimitar, and that misses, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It is the Shadow's turn. The Shadow, having already drained one person, looks to Galder and is going to try and drain Galder. So, +4. That is hitting you, because if 18 plus
That is
Defender
hitting.
wins. So, you're
Do I
taking
need to roll something?
2d6 + 2. You're taking 8 damage. And
Okay.
you're losing 4 strength.
Why is it always? Why are they getting all the
Okay.
highest rolls of the strength stuff and thing? Either way,
Phoenyrie, it is indeed your turn.
I would like the Shadow to make a dex save.
Okay, the 20 + 2, I believe it is, for shadows. Yes, it is. Boom.
Never mind. I was going to use this. Try using that. Well, that was a shit roll, but you get the
Yep.
point.
So, Sacred Flame unfortunately misses.
I'm going to move back.
Okay,
Well, actually, no, I'm not going to move back. I'm going to stay where I am because I know my luck. If I move back, I'm probably going to look at this Shadow elsewhere.
you're going to fall off off the dock.
Yeah.
Galder, you've got something better than a
Yeah.
shadow to beat on with the torch now.
I mean, yeah. Fuck you, by the way. I'm a barbarian. All I have going for me is strength, you bastard. Except, of course, who left?
Someone left.
We lost Rebecca.
Oh no.
She probably had to
Yeah, no. I'm going to switch attention from the shadow thing. Look at the creature. See that it's made of wood.
Oh, never mind, she's back.
I'm gonna start beating it with a torch senselessly.
Yep. So let's see. That is a definite hit. Four damage, and given that you're raging, don't you plus some extra onto that too?
Yeah, that is +2 as well.
Yep. So that'd be 6, double it up because fire damage, 12.
Yeah,
So it's already taken 2, so there we go.
so 12 in total, I believe.
Yep. And it already had 2 taken, so it's just about still up. Pursue.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Alright,
I'll be right back.
I'm moving right here. Yes. And
Meaning you have flanking, so you've got advantage.
let's not forget sneak attack.
Advantage and sneak attack.
Now, what
Well,
weapon do I want to use?
yeah, you get advantage if you get sneak attack if you use if you have advantage.
Alright,
I am a swashbuckler though, so I don't technically need to be sneaking.
Ah, best build.
We're
Leigh
gonna be
knows that's
using
my
our.
favorite build.
yeah.
That's a rapier.
22 will definitely hit the bark beast.
And then there's that.
It's dead.
And now I need to add a 1d. But I don't even have to add the 1d6.
Not if you go for the Bark Beast, no. The Bark Beast
Yeah,
only
I'm
had
going
2
for the
HP.
Bark Beast.
Yeah, it only had
I
2
would've-
HP left.
I would have gone, oh yeah, Goldrin, you got like freaking flanking for next round. And then it was like, no, it's dead. It's like, oh.
So you just kind of draw out your rapier and just stab it through, and just start to wriggle it around as you just start to tear apart all the wood that's holding it together.
No, there's just this.
Yep, and it's your turn.
See, the thing is, like, Alari is not built for close combat. You ask her, that's more her sister's job.
Yep.
So, like, she's very, very short on spells that can be. Oh, I did not mean to click produce flame. Ignore that.
You hit.
I didn't mean to click produce flame.
I mean,
I know that would have hit, but at the same time,
it would have hit, but,
fire damage doesn't really do anything to it.
plus, that's a self spell. It'd have to hit you.
Yeah.
Because of your AC.
I know, it's not even meant to damage as produce flame, it's just you make a little palm flame.
I can see.
She's
Welcome back.
just going to take the quarterstaff in 2 hands and just go and smack it.
Okay. Ah, my arm. That misses, unfortunately.
No.
What you missed, Santa, was Potoo flying down like Batman, gave you a flanking advantage for a second, then killed it.
That's my bonus attack.
That does hit.
Nice.
So that's bludgeoning anyway, which is resistance 2, so that's only 3 damage.
Yep. I mean, damage is getting there. Maria. There are no bark beasts left, there is only the shadow.
Is the shadow like close enough to attack close range, or?
You'd have to step in to
Locke's
get.
sword.
It's here. You'd have to step in to do so, but
Could I
Like,
use a movement to
move
change
there.
to my light crossbow?
to your crossbow.
Yeah, I want to try that out. I'm trying all my weapons out currently, if you can't tell.
Okay.
It's like, did this one work? Nah.
Let's
This one work? Nah.
This won't work.
You can change.
Alright, I'll roll it.
That one.
Wow, that was rubbish.
Ting!
Roll me. I'm gonna roll.
This one doesn't work.
This one doesn't work. Toss. Okay, who's that hitting, Leigh?
Dion knew exactly what I would do with that. It hits Galder.
Ooh.
Galder gets hit with a crossbow bolt.
Galder takes 6 damage as Maria accidentally shoots you in the ass.
I knew exactly where you were going with that one.
Yeah, I
Yes,
did
that's
as
what
well.
you-
Wrestle of two, one,
I don't
three.
like this one.
It's the thing that you do when someone gets in that one on ranged attacks when someone's actually in the way. It is, however, the Shadow's turn. The Shadow's gonna follow it up and just, go for another extra slap on Galder as well. Nat ones. So, Galder, Potoo, Alari, get yourself some attacks of opportunity in. Potoo hits. Alari, Galder fails, but and that one, that was a response to, and that one can't be attack of opportunity.
Galder's so busy just beating the dead corpse of the tree.
Did I hit?
Yes, you did.
Or
Yeah.
Wait, really?
yeah, I just didn't hear you
I was-
when you said it. She
should
just
be
said
always
Alari,
be.
and then
Yeah, it's because I was just looking up to see the SE. You don't get the attack of opportunity, Phoenyrie, because you're not in combat.
I know.
so I
Same
do
with you, Maria.
4.
So you do 4, Potoo does 5, 9 damage in total.
It's resistant to piercing as well.
Yep.
Wow.
It is still alive.
I mean, to be fair, it's an incorporeal creature.
Yep.
Um.
And it is still alive.
Uh,
Phoenyrie, though, it is your turn.
I'm going to move here. Oh, actually, no. I'm going to hold my action and let my familiar move in here to use the help action.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast a lovely Eldritch Blast.
The Eldritch Blast hits.
And I believe it actually does not resist force damage.
Wait, why were you rolling with advantage?
Because help action.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it hits, and no, it is not resistant to force. So,
90% of things aren't.
Yep.
I love that that's just Sir.
Yeah, I gave you the token
I know, but
too.
I haven't uploaded it yet. Doesn't matter anyway. So, those of you that just went in, just to try and give the shadow a beating, you just see another Eldritch Blast just fly out from Phoenyrie, and it just dissipates. Just.
Yeah, okay. I don't like being that close to things that can kill me.
I could tell.
Neither do I. That's why I tried to move back a bit.
Phoenyrie and Galder, you're still both feeling quite weak after that.
Yeah.
Then you hear a voice calling out further down the alleyway. You recognize it to be Tala's voice. And she starts shouting out, "Get to the barricade! Hurry!" And you
Guess
see,
we've got nothing else to do.
you see the rest of
I'm
the
not waiting out
townsfolk
around
ahead,
here.
rushing down the street as well. Are you going to be following?
I will follow, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me.
Galder will follow. He might jump on the back.
Yep.
Say that again.
Galder will jump on the back of Potoo, and
If you kick Potoo, Potoo's going to drop you.
he's not kicking Potoo. He's just holding on to Potoo.
Okay.
Oh wait, sorry.
Potoo's taking flight.
Sorry, I got that a bit backwards there. Sorry. It wasn't Tala that called out. It was Dane, the squat person.
I was about to say, wasn't Tala just...
Yeah, she ran on ahead.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
as you're running towards there, you can. Hang on. Okay, now that happens afterwards. Sorry, I haven't run it from a module. So as you carry on running ahead, and you get merged and lost in the crowds, you find yourselves just about managing to get in behind the barricade as it closes. You find yourselves, those of you that are more familiar with Bilgewater, you find yourselves in an area known as Butcher's Bridge, where the rest of the survivors of the harrowing are currently sheltered. You see people wandering around calling for lost family members. You see people comforting the old and the young alike. You see some people cradling half-alive bodies, and some cradling just body parts of people that they couldn't save, or at least they couldn't save all of them. You see, here are a few prayers just being ushered out for the lost souls that will most likely rise back up again.
I will go to some of the people who are at least still alive, I suppose you could say. Do you know the ones you said they're dying? And I will start casting. I can do this to 4 people.
Yep.
Also, my mantle has faded away now.
Yep. Speaking of which, Maria, odds or evens?
Even.
Yep, your glamour holds up. But I will
Cool.
say, those stats were next to Maria, so I won't include Phoenyrie in this because Phoenyre's already gone off to heal people. So Potoo, Alari, and Galder, you can roll me perceptions.
Again, the other twin is better at perception.
Galder spots it, no one else does, which is fun because Galder can't really translate it well. Galder, you look to Maria, and for a split second, you think you see their form shimmer. Not like as in like the glowing or anything, just like as if they were their shadow themselves and someone had just passed a hand through them.
How tall is Maria?
Rebecca, how tall is Maria?
How tall?
Yeah.
Well, I would say small, probably.
So I'd say like on the lower end of 4 foot maybe.
Yeah.
So they're a little bit taller than Galder. Galder's gonna at them. There's like a 50% chance they're a fish person, or 50%. If they're a fish person, you'll try and eat them.
Yeah, give them a pat.
Thank you.
Nothing really seems to happen.
She would say
Just feels like a normal
confused.
person.
The glamour drops the hot tiefling dude. Sorry.
No,
Two is unimpressed.
you'll see what they are when the glamour drops, but it hasn't yet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Do you need
Atra.
me to roll a,
Well,
dexterity?
What's that?
Do you need me to roll a dexterity or something?
No, nothing really happens.
Oh.
You give him a quick pat down. The shimmer doesn't really seem to happen again.
Galder's just gonna open his mouth incredibly wide and just chow down on her head. He's like, "Oh."
Now you'll need to make me a dex save, Rebecca.
All right. That's such a good roll.
You try and avoid it, but you can't really make it. And yeah, Galder, you kind of latch onto her head. You get a mouthful of her. And you feel a couple of things that don't seem right. You feel what seem to be 2 ears, but not on the side of the head like a human's ears would be.
Just
like
kind of
animal
so-
ears.
Yeah.
Just kind of look over and just see Galder eating Maria's head, and it's just like, no! Galder, drop her now! Drop her, Galder! Drop her! Drop it!
Well, seeing it's got ears on the top of its head, it's not a fish, so Galder's just gonna be like,
Thank you for letting go.
Potoo, given you're the only one not
Covered
really wrapped up in
in
this
kobold
mess,
drool.
Bad Galder, we don't eat friends.
Potoo, given you're the only one. Actually, no. I'll let you all roll this one. You can all make me a perception.
You know I don't understand what you're saying.
You want the perception, yes?
What are you saying, Dion? Or Leigh?
Everyone roll me one of those delicious perceptions.
Okay, Alari.
Potoo, Alari, and Galder. Make it so.
By the way, Potoo could also probably eat Galder whole.
Also, Maria, roll me perception.
Huh?
That one, you're too busy wiping the drool off your head.
Make my familiar roll perception.
Phoenyrie, you're too distracted
Yeah.
by healing the sick. to
Yes.
notice this. You other three, though. You hear Dane just like muttering to himself, and as you look where he's looking, he points out towards the docks. He's like, "Look, just over there. Do you notice that too?" And you look over.
Alari.
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say Alari kind of approaches and just kind of goes to get a closer look.
Yep. And as you look over, you can see the black mist that seems to be housing and hiding these creatures and these shadows. Seems to be pouring out of a port built around one of the many rock spires protruding from Bilgewater Bay. And those that are from Bilgewater, have been around Bilgewater for quite some time, will know this to be one of the city's salvage docks. And you think back
Oh,
to
fun.
you think back to Tala's words and about her story.
Oh,
The ship. Wait, no. Alari's like, a salvage dock. Because Alari would not have heard the story. It's weird because in character, Alari does not know the story.
Yeah. Gold is gonna look at Dane. He's just gonna be pointing at the salvage dock the entire time.
God damn it!
did
I may have done this a little bit wrong, but it's fine. Story's good. Dane will look to. Oh God, sorry, Ranna.
did what's their name tell Potoo the story? What was
Maria.
being discussed?
Maria, did you tell Potoo the story?
The story. No, not right now.
So
Well, then Potoo's probably going to be like, somebody's dragged something up that shouldn't have been touched.
that's fine.
Yes, that seems to be the case. That's one of the salvage docks. I'm not exactly sure what's been dragged up over there. People probably looking at her like, but there.
As he looks to you all, he just gives off a slight chuckle as he starts to recognize you all. He's like, looks like you all made the right choice in siding with Tala then. Looks like she was right after all.
Oh, what's she right about?
You know what, her stories.
My sister knows. I don't know.
I don't know either.
She's very tight-lipped.
Gold is just gonna be holding his hand up.
He knows. He was there to witness it.
Yes, but he can't talk normally. I'm sorry, Galder. I don't understand a word you're saying.
I feel like at some point we need to roll and see if somebody figures out what Galder's saying.
He'll just like start to look towards the ground. Didn't help my friends though. As fast as everyone was to get out of that tavern, they left them two behind. As soon as I got myself back up off the docks, I saw them being torn apart.
Damn, we even gave them a head start.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He just shakes his head and just huffs. So much for any kind of religion. So much for that. And where were you, Naganaboros? And he looks behind him. And as you look away from the barricade to the opposite end of the bridge, you see towering in the distance a large temple. And yet again, those familiar to the Bilgewater area will know this to be the Temple of Naganaboros.
I don't really follow religion at all.
Neither.
Either way, whatever's causing this is probably over there. And I can't say, as terrifying as it was, that I'm not curious about it.
In that case, you should probably go speak to my boss. She's
Your
got
boss?
she's got a plan cooking up for it.
Where's your boss?
He motions towards the temple. She's waiting in there with the rest of the loyalists.
So we've got to cross the city to get to her.
No, it's just across the other end of the bridge.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
You'd think living here for this long, I would have known that.
You'd be surprised. Either way, just head in there and just keep an eye out for the one they call Fortune.
Okay. Kind of turns around.
Just quickly remind me, which of you 5 are the ones that live in Bilgewater at the moment?
Alari
Well,
and Delris.
Yeah.
You all answered at once there, sorry.
Alari and Delris live here.
Yep. Galder, do you live here?
Potoo does.
Yep, so Galder, you'll know this. Alari and Delris, you'll know this. Potoo,
Yes.
are you new to Bilgewater or do you live here?
Potoo has lived here long enough to know enough stuff.
Okay, so I'd say the only person that wouldn't know this name would actually be Phoenyrie, because Phoenyrie is new to here. Because I know Mariah comes back and forth. So you 4, as soon as you hear the name Fortune, you already know who his boss is. Captain Sarah Fortune, otherwise known as
Galder's-
Miss Fortune.
Well, I'm off still off doing my own thing, so.
Galder's just
fine
gonna
with that.
hold the misfortune pose from the fucking video game.
Hang on. I'll post this into the D&D chat because I forgot to upload this. Those that are watching this, if you know League, you'll know who Miss Fortune is, but this is for those that don't know who Miss Fortune is. Essentially put, this is Miss Fortune.
It's kind of like, oh yes.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Alari kind of seems lost in her own head for a moment, but going,
And given
you
that
should tell me.
given that you were curious about what might be on there,
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
perhaps you may be of interest to know that she's offering quite the good reward on a successful mission, should you take her up on her offer.
Money's always good.
She'll nod. He'll nod, sorry. And I'll let you all roll me a perception, given I missed doing this earlier. This will give you a nice choice.
Including me or not including me, because I'm
What
still.
is the DC of this? Oh, it just doesn't say the DC for it, so I'll just have to make one up.
By the
Mariah,
way, the bearded lady has a couple words.
what's
The bearded lady. The bearded lady is another.
Mariah, are you rolling as well? Rebecca?
Oh, Alari's just like, yes, but you should tell me. I don't care that you don't like talking like this.
Oddly enough, with that,
Just seemingly talking to herself.
oddly enough, with that,
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
oddly enough, with that 10 you wouldn't notice, but Potoo and Galder would. You see Tala just kind of hiding in the shadows.
Does she look physical?
Yep, she looks real.
Okay, cool. So then she hasn't been killed.
She will actually motion you all over.
We'll finish this conversation later.
Galder. Oops. Sorry.
The others walking away. It's like, where are you going?
Follow us and find out.
Galder's just waving down to the lady.
She looks close to you all, just like motions you closer, somewhere it's a bit more quiet. And then goes, I can't help but over here. His offer. Are you really going to take him up on that?
From over here?
I have good hearing.
You
Inside?
must have rabbit ears.
Inside?
Go for it. Yeah. You think that
Oh,
you've been skulking a bit closer before kind of trying to sneak off.
Also, is all of this counting as a rest, by the way?
I will allow it to count as a short rest, yes.
Oh, short rest. Okay.
Yeah, as a short rest, not a long rest. She will look to you all and be like, look, I know that he's offering his boss This fortune, as she quotes, is offering you a reward, but perhaps I could offer you something a bit more substantial.
Like what?
Something better than the clink of coin.
Don't mind me.
You know, we've lived here for a while. I know who the fortune is.
My boss could help see you a bit more wealthy, should we say. She will motion towards a nearby rowboat. It's
A
up to you.
rowboat.
It's up to you. You can side with Fortune.
Firstly,
You can come with me, and I will
no,
take
no,
you
no,
to
no.
where my boss is.
Hold on. Tala, shut up. Who do you work for?
Who do I work for? I really shouldn't say their name around here.
Don't really care. Don't tend to get into business with people I don't know their names.
Perhaps
Galder
you'll know.
rolling insight
Perhaps,
just from her thing. She can't say the name.
yeah,
Can Potoo do that as well?
yes,
Same.
yes.
Because
I
I
feel like a bit of a
mean,
dick if I said yes to two of you and I went no to the third.
Oh, nope.
Jesus!
Galder's just,
Potoo's too worried about the clink of coin.
Alari,
ironically, Galder is just busy eating an orange.
I'm just imagining Alari's there just about to question it. She looks at Potoo and Galder already getting on the robot.
Nope. Grabs the back of their tops like, no. No, we don't go unless we know who she works for.
I can't say the name without, causing a bit of a ruckus in here, but I'll say the name of the ship.
Well,
I'll just say one name. The name of where I was going to take you. The Dreadway.
Rings any bells?
Roll me a history.
History.
Background.
No, Galder.
Yes.
I'm -1 in fucking history too.
Galder.
Again, the one who can't exactly tell us.
Galder. You look down to that orange in your hand, and then the light bulb appears above your head. You have a feeling you know who the captain is.
oh, you have an idea who it is.
That doesn't.
All right, you're going to have to mime this for me because I can't understand what you're saying.
Oh yes.
Okay,
Try-
Galder's gonna. First off, Galder's gonna have Alari put him the fuck down.
Yeah.
He's gonna walk over to the rowboat, take a little bit of a plank. Not from the rowboat. I just imagine usually rowboats have planks in them for repairs.
yeah.
He's gonna take one, put it on the side, and he's gonna kind of stand on it and point at it.
Plank.
Bleh.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Can
He's
we
gonna
roll
point to the
something?
plank.
Yeah, you can both roll me an intelligence. Alari, Potoo, yeah. You point together. Plank on the
Oh,
gangway. Oh no.
You
that
know.
guy.
You know. Tell me. What is
He's
his
gonna
name?
start doing the
Tell me the
gameplay
name.
dance from League.
Let's just say he's got quite the gang.
It's
He's also apparently,
Oh.
as far as you know, Potoo, Galder, he's apparently supposed to be
He's supposed
dead.
to be dead. Yeah.
I roll a perception to see if I see any of this going on.
Yes, you can,
You
as well as
just see Galder doing the game-playing dance.
Oh, I think I know who you mean.
and yet again, it's just like a case of I thought he was supposed to be dead, but indeed, one name does ring out.
So,
Tala.
The old
To-
pirate
to-
gangplank.
to fill in
Tala.
information, Ryan, Gangplank was the dude in charge of Bilgewater before Misfortune. He was
Yep.
a tyrant. He was a very cruel person. Misfortune's not much better, but they had a vendetta thing going on.
Tala,
Yes.
you do realize your boss is, like, meant to be dead.
Keep it on the down low. We want to try and keep it that way for now. Hence why I couldn't say his name.
What's going on in here?
I'm not very interested in working for someone who's skulking in the shadows. You know, the shadows that we just very much nearly avoid dying in.
Different kind of shadows, but I understand your confusion.
No, it's not confusion. It's just any shadow's dangerous.
She'll just motion to the shadows around them. You see any of these ones attacking? They only attack if that mist gets to them.
I'm not talking about it in that way. Oh, jeez. Subtlety is lost on you.
Subtlety is always lost when I don't know which one I'm talking to, but you kept that a secret as well, didn't you?
Well, to be fair, we can't really control that, so... And one of us doesn't know what happens while the other one's out, so I technically didn't know anything that happened before.
Look,
Or what Delris said.
Look, it doesn't matter. Are you getting on the ship or are you siding with them?
I don't like being given an ultimatum.
So, who are we siding with here?
Well,
What am I miss?
to go. Just 1 minute, Gordon. Okay, so this one is trying to give us an alternate route than going to help Misfortune.
Who?
Oh, right, you're not from here. She's kind of the leader of Bilgewater,
Oh.
and this one's trying to seemingly get us to work for the old dead leader of Bilgewater.
Why do we have to work for one or the other? Why can't we just work on our own? That's what I've
Because
always
we don't
done.
have a ship. We don't have a ship, for one. Two, going to that place while the fog's still active is probably death if we go alone.
And three,
Plus
why would you go by,
gold.
yes, why would you go by yourselves when rewards are on offer?
Plus gold. Gold is very good. But I don't trust your guy who's hiding in the dark. If your boss doesn't have the balls to stand in the open and challenge, then sorry, but I'm not willing to follow him myself.
Tala will just give a shrug and then look to the rest of you. Well, what say the rest of you?
Gold is not of much importance to me.
It's of importance to me.
Use your fingers, point which one you want to go to.
What about you, Potoo?
Well, Potoo just kind of rubs his chin. Admittedly, either one could be a bad decision. I think I'm going to go with Gangplank, though.
So we got one each.
I'll go with I'll probably go with Fortune because at least it's
2-1. Little one, use your fingers. Which one did you want to go to? The boat or the... Actually,
She just called Galder Little One.
Oh, sorry?
She just called Galder Little One.
She did indeed.
Yes!
In fact, she was about to do something even more degrading for you, which was kneel down to you go, now, do you want to ride the super awesome ship behind me, or do you want to go in that stinky temple?
Galder's looking her dead in the eyes.
Maybe we should just stay here and get a drink. One more.
That
He's going
was
to open his mouth,
Have a break.
and he's going to try and swallow her face.
what did I say about trying to eat people?
I feel like at some point Potoo's going to end up just doing that to him just to see how he likes it.
Here's the thing. Galder eats only fish, which means this is his way of saying she's fishy as hell.
She will train back up from that, but just fall over as she does so, and just like scurry over to Buzz, be like, "Fine, but I'll remember this, and so will my captain. We'll be back. You had your choice. Just remember that."
Yeah, go back to your dead captain, who doesn't have the balls to face his enemy in the open.
Galder's gonna take a moment. Her boat. It's
Yeah.
just a rowboat, right?
Yes, it is.
Something so special, super fucking awesome. He's gonna destroy it.
What?
You do not demean the grumbler. No, he's not gonna destroy it. He's just gonna kick it.
You stubbed your toe on the boat.
I was about to say I was getting worried there because I was looking there going, "What do we do with the attack the robot? What do I roll for that?"
He just stubs his toes, he kicks it, starts holding his foot as he's just jumping around.
So with that, she departs, and without having caught much of the conversation, but definitely seeing that you've seen her off, Dane walks over to you both, just kind of chuckles like, "Oh, you're seeing her true colours. She was always full of tall tales, but I tell you, every rose has its thorns."
I don't much care for people who are not able to show their face.
Then go see the boss. She'll have a conversation with you face to face. Unlike some cowards, she doesn't hide. She has no need to. She rules this place.
Every rose has a...
I just imagine friggin' Galder just starts singing that, and then everyone just starts like, "What do you say?" So, with that, how long have we been going for? Oh, like 2 hours 12. Do you head towards the temple then?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you start to head towards the temple, you come across you come to I just had a bloop. You come across to the large stone gates and just slowly push them open. The gates seem to be inscribed with what can only be described as long-reaching tentacles of some ancient ocean beast, or perhaps some kind of forgotten deity.
Or the bearded lady.
Or the bearded lady. AKA Nagadamaros herself.
I love that that's her actual...
And as you step through, it seems to be somewhat dark at first until your eyes adjust. And as you step through, your steps echo through the ancient stone halls of the temple until you emerge into a wide courtyard, decorated with dozens of statues of rearing fanged serpents. And at the far end stands a young woman with flame red hair tumbling from beneath a stylish pirate's hat, and bearing 2 elegantly carved pistols at her side. Her blouse is stained with scorch marks. She turns and greets you with a smirk and a nod of her head, and says, I hear tell of a group of fighters saved a lot of people back in Rat Town. Matching your description too. You them?
Suppose. I hear that you're going for the scrapping yard to find out what is causing it.
You could say that. I was keeping an eye on the docks, you know, the salvage, just to see what comes in, see what's my share. And then I spied a tendril of the black mist, reaching out from the Shadows Isles, all the way in the distance. And it ensnared one of the wrecks at the docks. I believe that some stronger spectre from the Shadow Isles has claimed dominion over it, and it aims to consume this entire city with the mist. You can all roll me, if you want, an insight.
Yeah.
Potoo, no. Inferno, yes. Alari, no.
Alfedraz.
That's one of the skills she's better at
Galder,
than.
no. Mariah, aka Rebecca.
Yes.
Oh, you are still here. Good. You want to roll us an insight too?
Yeah, I will. I just need to get my character sheet open because I keep closing it when I shouldn't.
I just double click the top part and that minimizes it so you can actually pull it open again.
Yeah, I gotta say that's the best way to do. Oh, that one.
I should have rolled anyway.
Mariah believes everything she's saying all the way. Oh yes, stoic captain. Oh, captain, my captain. Galder, Alari, Potoo. You kind of believe as well, mainly due to the stories of her. However, Phoenyrie, you suspect that while she is telling the truth, she is shaken by these events. She looks truly concerned for everyone living in Bilgewater. Still, you're not here for my tales. You're here for the plan. And you're here for a reward, are you not?
That helps, yeah.
No.
My plan? We're gonna scuttle the cursed wreck and send it back below the waves. Do this for me? 25 gold pieces, each of you.
That seems rather low.
That's enough for me. I will be fine.
Shut up!
Galder's just gonna jump on top of the healer. Just
For the
What you say?
danger that we're putting ourselves in, that seems like a rather low price there.
Do you know what the funniest part is? This module takes into account this happening. Roll me a charisma check. Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion is not my strong suit, but deception's better.
Would you like me to?
How? Yeah, sure, you can. It's.
I'll say, Potoo, if you're wanting to roll for that persuasion, you're going to have to add into Alari's argument.
Very true.
Is Galder's contribution.
Yeah.
Mimicking Galder. No,
You know, I
not
could
really.
very easily just turn around and go, roll intimidate to go. We have little choice in the matter. If we want to escape, we're going to have to do this anyway.
So,
It's just kind of there, like,
Uh,
fuck off, we want money.
Potoo, with that
Good eye.
14,
Hmm?
you just about succeed. The DC was 13 for this. She'll just look to you all, sigh, giving away that, you know, she really needs to get this done, giving away some of her worries. Fine. 30 gold pieces each, and you'll get 10 gold up front. No, wait, sorry, I read that wrong. Let me rewind that. Fine. I'll give you the choice then. You can have 30 gold each at the end of it, or I can pay you 10 of the 25 gold pieces up front, but not both.
That's still really low.
Oh.
Like,
Or not
you
both.
do realize.
Phoenyrie's gonna walk over to one of the statues and sit down at the face of it and just pull out a bottle of water and start drinking. This is gonna be a while.
You do realize the danger we're heading into here, right? Like, you're asking us to essentially walk into death and maybe become undead for the rest of our freaking eternal existence after that. You do realize how much danger this is, and you're only offering us 30 gold each?
Make me another persuasion.
Alari's like, fuck no.
I still want both. I'm on.
That's a performance.
That's performance.
Very nice.
Oh, that's performance. It's the same modifier, Leigh.
You put on a good show, but
It's the same modifier.
just roll me a persuasion just to see what you would have gotten. Okay, I'll give you the 20. I won't be mean.
It's the same modifier.
Fine. My last deal is this. 50 gold each, and I'll pay you the 10 up front.
I like that.
That's a little better. See what can happen when you negotiate.
What's
Got
your name?
flashbacks to Carrie getting
My
snubbed
name-
for the
Alari.
Alari, and do you have a last name?
Oh, right. I'm not used to telling people my last name. Ncorin. Alari Ncorin.
Alari Ncorin. She just like takes one of her little pistols, just spins it, and then just taps her shoulder with it. I'll remember that name. Still, we're allies for now, so. Boys, she clicks her fingers, and 5 of her men come out, each of them carrying a small barrel. Take
Okay.
these. The powder kegs.
Okay.
explosive.
Oh, hold on, that's a gangplank ability.
They'll help you scuttle the ship. Head towards the salvage docks. You'll know what to do there.
You're lending us a ship for this, right?
Yes, we can get you a ship.
Good, because I don't fancy swimming.
It's a rowboat, but it'll do.
It's better than nothing, I guess.
Trust me, you'll need it. There's been some suspicious large ships around. Some odd lookouts for rival gangs. You'll be wanting to keep low. Let me just copy and paste this into the D&D chat, because you might want to keep an eye on what those things do as you add them to your sheets. 1 each. Wait. Okay. 1 action and a lit torch or something else. Okay. So it's not going to automatically set off fire once we give it to Alari.
I'm not literally on fire, Leigh. I'm not on fire 90% of the time. I'm on fire only when I wish to be.
Still. There you go. The paddle boats up. The rowboats are back. Haste makes us all a bit richer.
Yeah, let's just go, guys.
Galder is just holding the powder keg in hand.
Yep.
So,
How long have we been going now? We've been going for coming up to 2.5 hours, but I'll do just a little bit more because then I'll know whereabouts we left off. So,
I mean, to be fair, this is a pretty decent place.
true. Yeah, I'll be able to remember where we left off. So, that is where we'll leave it off for this week.
Nice.
So, what do you all think of this setting in this game?
It's interesting.
I like it.
Very nice.
I like it.
What do you guys think of Delris and Alari?
I
they were
like them.
fun.
So, who's singing the
Indeed.
outro?
Oh, we
Both
actually have an outro for this. You have a pirate-themed outro set up, Leigh?
I mean,
Are
the
you going to
grumble-
demonstrate for us?
You have to like give me time if you want an outro and an intro, Leigh.
I was
No,
joking.
no, no. The grumble can do the outro.
Yeah, Grumble can do it.
Hold on, let me get a.
Just like you're a pirate from like freaking
You are
Lazy
a
Town.
pirate. The reason I got messed up. The reason I got messed up with this module is all the way through I'll go through. I thought Tala was going to be the one that sends you to misfortune. Because you seem like
Yeah.
it all. Then when I read it along, it's like, oh yeah, no, she's going to try and send your ass to Gangplank. Maybe
It's
not
because
the best.
what this does really well is it shows that neither Gangplank or Misfortune are good guys.
That is
All
true.
of Bilgewater is a city of thieves and bastards. They're not nice people. In fact, the closest thing that you can get to a nice guy is maybe Twisted Fate, and that's just because he's acting.
Fizz,
See,
maybe.
one thing I like is just like apparently freaking Alari just pissing off Misfortune there.
I mean, it gave you the stats thingy for like, oh yeah, no, if you were to try and charisma her once. It didn't say it for twice, but
Yeah,
the
no,
way-
she was not gonna take like 30 gold for the danger they were walking into.
Like, here's the thing, though. If we ever meet Alawi and you two have a discussion, Boulder's gonna be hella confused
Alari and Alawi.
no.
because
If you ever meet
I have a
Alari,
list of
if you ever
shanties.
meet Alari in this, she is going to ignore all of you and go to Phoenyrie.
Why?
oh yeah,
'Cause
because she's a crusader of the Kraken.
she's a worshipper of Nagaraboros, aka the Bearded Lady. And she sees
Uh-huh.
all other
will-
gods as weak. So she will walk up to you, a worshipper of another god, and quite literally try and slap your jaw off.
Yeah,
What?
Alawi will try and murder you. She's not a nice person. In fact, her and Gangplank used to date, and because they broke up, she ripped off Gangplank's leg.
Yep,
Just love Potoo just walking over everyone
She
like
will.
hi.
she will, as I put it in the league game when I play her, she will put you in the fuck box.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Whereas
It's not the good.
who has an equal chance of showing up, will put you in his fucking pedophilia cage.
who will?
What?
Sorry, I missed that. Who will?
Thresh!
Oh
In
yeah.
his fucking pedophilia cage.
I mean, it is quite clear now that this is the Shadow Isles' work, so you know,
So
given it is
I
a
just-
very strong.
I just
Yeah,
think it's
but Thresh so rarely leaves the Shadow Islands, and he's not actually the one that does the horroring. The dude who actually does the horroring is Hecker
Yeah.
Karthus.
I will say, I think I was thinking
you
about
don't
after soon that was just you going, oh, money, Phoenyrie. No, she was like, shut up.
trust me, you don't want to
Don't
face
ruin
either
this for
Hecarim
us.
or Karthus.
don't ruin this for us, dragon.
I'm still waiting until that one time when Mariah's glamour wears off and you realise what she really is. It goes from like a little
but
it goes from like a little 4 foot tall human.
I mean, I
to
feel
like
like
a two-
Golden's tasted Yordle before. Because there's some fish Yordles. And
Yeah,
so Golden probably has tried to eat them before.
Yeah, like Fizz and his mates.
Fizz isn't a Yordle.
No, I think they said he is
Really?
a Yordle now.
Oh, is he a Yordle now?
Yeah.
Originally, he was of the Atlanteans.
I think they got rid of the Atlanteans and made him a Yordle.
yeah.
Oh, they did, didn't they?
Speaking of which, I haven't stopped recording yet, so thank you
Oh.
all for tuning in. Hope that you all are going to be enjoying this. These will be going up when we're caught up with the Devil Darling uploads. So expect this like every... I'll say like these will go up every Friday. So we'll see you all next time. Hopefully with an intro and an outro.
Yeah, no, that's good.